Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you today. I'm sitting there on my lunch, eating my hot dog, topped off with some mustard and some relish, chilling out, having a good day, flipping through Twitter, and come across the major rumor that I'm guessing more than likely you read and heard about and talked about today with all your buddies. Alright, here we go. Let's break this down. Wrestlemania 30. Everybody knows that Vince loves to have a big Wrestlemania number. It's been huge for the past few years. Every year it gets a little bit bigger and bigger. Wrestlemania gets this huge spot. Wrestlemania 30, the big Triple X. We're going to have a big old porn blowout right there in the middle of the ring, I guess. Right in the middle of New Orleans. We're going to have a live sex show. Lita and Edge going at it. But, you know, Vince likes to bring back the past stars. The past stars bring back the biggest fans. That's, you know, what they've been using the last few years over and over. It doesn't matter what goes along with any of the storylines for the past 2 years. You know that they're going to bring guys, you know, basically out of the attic. They've done it the past years, bringing back The Rock, Brock Lesnar, Triple H, Undertaker. All four of those guys took up two of the biggest matches from last year's WrestleMania, and it doesn't really matter what goes on around year-round. We basically got over that. The one big name that we have not seen in WWE since WrestleMania 27, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And what they're kicking around is trying to find a way to get Stone Cold worked back into the mix. And the one thing that they got going, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Triple H. I love me some Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Triple H, I love that guy just as much. He's probably my #1 favorite guy. I always know that every time Triple H is in the ring, it's always going to be a good match. I'm going to get my money's worth. I'm going to go home. I'm going to leave happy. There's only been a few times that I've seen a Triple H match end, and I've been like, what the fuck was that? That was not what I was looking forward to at all. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H have had awesome matches throughout the history of time. From them both coming up from the mid-card to main eventers, to Triple H taking over Austin's spot when Austin left. And, what was that, around WrestleMania 2000. Then Austin coming back, and Triple H and Austin both fighting over who was going to be the top dog in the WWE. Even seen them join up, the two-man power trip, where Austin was the champ. Him and Triple H were the tag team champs. Awesome stuff from both of these guys. They both have a lot of history. It's not what anybody wants to see. For 3 years, we've been wanting to get Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk. That is the one match that is the dream match upon dream matches that anybody wants to see. I made a video last year, mainly because, you know, Monday Night Raw put up a logo that they were going to have Rock and Triple H on there. And I made a video saying that was one of the dream matches that I wanted to see. Rock coming back, he fought this guy, he fought that guy. You know, I would love to see before Rock, you know, takes his bags and goes home, which I pretty much believe has already happened. Last year at Miami, I think that was their planned spot. It's over and done with. Rock lost the match. He got to have the big moment in the sun, waving goodbye to everybody, kissing his family. He got to pass the torch to John Cena at the very top of the ramp to end the show as the fireworks blew off. It was an awesome sight. I think that was probably the end of Rock. We'll probably never get another Rock versus Triple H match. But it was a dream match, my dream match I want to see. WrestleMania 30, lots of people go, lots of people want their money's worth. Nobody wants to go to that one WrestleMania at the end of the day. They're like, well, it was fun, but, yeah, it was what it was, you know. Everybody wants to take something home that you're like, I was there. I got to see that. People come from everywhere, all over the globe. I give it up. I take my hat off to the people that come from the UK, Japan, Ireland, Greenland, Australia, New Zealand. If you have to get on a plane and your plane ticket costs more than your freaking whole trip does, and that's the amount of money that you have to set aside for your budget, I give you all the respect in the world. I wouldn't do it. If they had WrestleMania in Japan, if they had WrestleMania in China, WrestleMania in England, it ain't even on my radar. I ain't going. It's just too much effing money. Now, everybody wants to see that one moment. When you look at CM Punk And what he does when he's an awesome heel, everybody reverts to him as that Stone Cold Steve Austin guy. Stone Cold Steve Austin is what pushed wrestling to that next level. He took it higher and higher, and when you thought he was at its peak, he pushed it up more and more. Yes, he had a lot of guys to work with, like Undertaker and Triple H and The Rock, that helped that ball roll a little bit more. Maybe having a little bit strong competition behind him with WCW, even if, once Stone Cold finally reached that plateau, they were just really just kicking dirt in their eyes when, they were down in the ground. Just that one, like, kick to the ribs, boom. Something like that, but honestly, I honestly was upset when I saw at the bottom that this was sourced from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, because there's no way in the world that I think this is going to happen. For one, Stone Cold Steve Austin would be the representative of Vince McMahon going up against Triple H. That means a returning Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be the heel of this group. I know that not everything is really set in stone, but Vince McMahon is already... It's almost like when he brought the NWO in to kill off the WWE because he didn't like what Ric Flair was doing to it. He comes in and he knows that the writing's on the wall, Vicky Guerrero's going to get fired. So he hires Brad Maddox. Brad Maddox is the perfect example of him trying to put the NWO in there and inflict poison into his own creation, trying to kill it off. He put a horrible GM in place because he was mad that the one GM that he felt like that was in his pocket going to do whatever he wanted to do, which doesn't make sense because they've said blatantly. Triple H said he didn't care what happened with Vicky Guerrero because he was going to do whatever he wanted to do at the end of the day. That's how Brad Maddox got put into place. So why does Vince McMahon want a GM in place that's going to take care of all this stuff if, let's say, he just gave it to the fucking Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man came in and he was the GM. And he was doing the babyface deal and he was giving everybody what they wanted. And Vince didn't like it. Vince just walk in and change it. He can do the same thing. He doesn't need fucking Brad Maddox out there. Yes, I know, Brad Maddox is the cool thing in wrestling right now. It's the hip guy that everybody wants to like and everybody wants to laugh at. That's going to wear off. In a few weeks, Brad Maddox is going to be one of the things that everybody hates in WWE. Everybody's going to hate Brad Maddox as much as they hate Vicky Guerrero and her annoying, excuse me, voice. Him being so stupid is going to wear on you, and it's going to wear thin that you just don't want anything to do with. It's what his character is. It's how he's going to get over. Vince goes over. I fucking can't say that. Vince is going to screw over SmackDown on Friday as well. He's the heel of this group. Triple H is the guy that wants to remove Vince McMahon from power. Why is Stone Cold Steve Austin going to come back after 11 years of never working a match? After 28, 29, 30. After 3 years after not even being on TV. I don't think we've seen him since the Raw after the Wrestlemania in Atlanta. When they did the whole toughen up gimmick. I don't think... Oh, fuck, he came back when the show ended. 2.5 years. Whatever the fuck it is. We haven't seen him in forever. And he's going to join up with Vince McMahon and be the heel going up against Triple H as the babyface. Triple H, you're more than likely behind this. I love you in the ring. I hate you behind the ring. You've done, I guess behind the curtain, whatever it's called. You've done a lot of good stuff. You've done some fucked up shit to help your stuff out along the way. And I try to help you out as much as I can, but I can't back you up here. I know you want to go out. Every match you have, more than likely, is going to be your last match. You want to go out on top. You've tried it with Brock Lesnar, yet horrible. It was bad. It was not good. Maybe that. We'll just say Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, not a good match. I don't blame you. Brock got knocked out, didn't know where the fuck he was most of the match. We can't put that all on you, but it wasn't that good. Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to need somebody that's really going to be on top of their game. Triple H, you can do that. You, CM Punk, honestly, if you put them in the ring, I think that you could have a good match with Stone Cold. I think that, Stone Cold hasn't been in the ring. He's going to be a little bit rusty, and it's going to be hard to get him into ring shape for the one factor that, you can't fucking put Stone Cold Steve Austin out there at a house show. You can't really have him go out there on Monday Night Raw. You like to see how, they were with Rock. They really didn't even let Rock and Cena touch it all. They let Rock and Cena for the first year build up some heat doing a couple rock bottoms and some other stuff. But this year, they didn't even let him touch. So what are they going to do with Stone Cold? They probably won't even put him in the same ring. One will be up on top of the ramp, and the other will be in the ring. They won't even have them, close to each other. This is a horrible idea. I hope it's just the smoke screen, so people are like, oh, fuck that Triple H guy. That motherfucker's trying to take everything for him. Because honestly, that's what I'm thinking right now. Why, on the other hand, they start, mingling things together, and then boom, Austin versus Punk. That's my dream. That's what I want to see. That's what I bet 9 out of 10 of you guys want to see. This video, it's open. You guys want to leave comments bashing Triple H? It's open. It's done. I've already started it pretty much. Austin versus Triple H. Would have been an awesome match some other day, but for this match, for Austin's last match, for Triple H's last match, to fucking put CM Punk at the top of the mountain where he belongs, this match needs to happen. That match doesn't need to happen. Horrible idea. Heel Stone Cold. Don't want to see it. It didn't work when he turned heel and he hugged Vince McMahon at WrestleMania. Everybody saw that coming. That was bad. Stone Cold makes it known that that's one of the biggest mistakes he ever made in his career. And here he is. He's going to come back to WrestleMania 30 and he's going to do it again. Fucking stupid. Dumb. I apologize that I cussed so much in this video. I just want WrestleMania 30 to be one of the best WrestleManias of all time. I think everybody wants to do that. I'm not 100% sure it's going to be my last hurrah, but it's going to be one of the last. And I want the best show that I can get. I want CM Punk for Stone Cold Steve Austin.